Welcome to Daily Overdose.
Life is a journey, an unfolding adventure, a series of moments and experiences that shape who we are and who we become. Each day, we step into the unknown, yet we are guided by the lessons of the past and the hope of a better tomorrow. Life, in its most fundamental form, is a gift, one that we often take for granted, yet one that is precious beyond measure. Life is not always easy. There are times when the road seems long, the obstacles insurmountable, and the darkness overwhelming. But even in those moments, there is always a glimmer of hope, a spark of possibility. Every challenge we face is an opportunity for growth. Every struggle an invitation to discover our inner strength. Life teaches us that we are far more resilient than we often give ourselves credit for. One of the most important lessons that life teaches us is the importance of change. Change is the one constant in life. It's in the seasons, in our relationships, in our careers, and in our very selves. We must learn to embrace change, even when it's uncomfortable. Change forces us to adapt, to evolve, and to become better versions of ourselves. It's through change that we find our true potential. Another significant aspect of life is its impermanence. Life is fleeting and time moves faster than we often realize. We tend to get caught up in the hustle and bustle of daily life, in the pursuit of goals and ambitions, sometimes forgetting to appreciate the moments we have right now, the people we love, the small joys, the simple pleasures. These are what truly matter. The future will come, but it is the present that shapes us. At the core of life is connection. We are not meant to walk this path alone. Our relationships with family, friends, colleagues, and even strangers are what make life meaningful. It is through these connections that we experience love, empathy, and support. It is through others that we learn compassion and kindness. We all share this common human experience, and in this shared existence, we find the beauty of life. Life also teaches us about perseverance. It is easy to give up when faced with adversity, but those who endure, who press on in the face of difficulty, find that the rewards are often beyond their imagination. Success is rarely instantaneous. It's built on a foundation of hard work, sacrifice, and persistence. The road to success is often long, but it's the determination to keep moving forward that brings us closer to our goals. One of the greatest privileges of life is the opportunity to learn. Every experience, every failure, every success is a lesson. We are continually learning, evolving, and expanding our horizons. Knowledge, however, is not just about facts and figures. It's about wisdom, understanding, and the ability to see the world with a broader perspective. Life is a classroom, and we are all students. And while we are constantly learning, we are also constantly teaching. Our actions, words, and attitudes influence those around us. We have the power to inspire, to motivate, to lift others up. Sometimes, a simple gesture of kindness or encouragement can change someone's life forever. Life is not only about what we achieve for ourselves, but about what we contribute to the world around us. In the grand scheme of things, life can seem like a collection of random events. But when we take a step back, we begin to see the patterns. Every encounter, every setback, every success plays a role in shaping the person we become. The connections we form, the choices we make, and the path we choose to follow all contribute to the tapestry of our lives. Throughout this journey, we are also faced with moments of doubt. It's natural to question ourselves, to wonder if we're on the right path. But life is not about perfection. It's about progress. It's about learning to trust the process and knowing that even when we don't have all the answers, we're still moving forward. Each step we take, no matter how small, brings us closer to understanding our purpose. Life is also about balance. In our pursuit of success, we often neglect the importance of rest, relaxation, and self-care. we must remember that we are not machines. Our physical, emotional, and mental well-being are just as important as our professional or personal achievements. Taking care of ourselves is not a luxury. It is a necessity for a fulfilling life. One key lesson in life is that the best things come when we stop forcing them. Whether it's a job, a passion, or a relationship, forcing something only creates friction and resistance. Love and connection should feel effortless and natural, not like a race or competition. When you stop chasing, you allow space for something real and meaningful to develop. Additionally, when you stop chasing, you give others the opportunity to chase you. The act of chasing can make you appear needy or insecure, while stepping back allows others to see your value. People respect those who have boundaries and who live their lives with confidence, not those who are constantly seeking validation. There's also something powerful about learning to be content on your own. People who are comfortable being single often make the best partners because they aren't looking for someone to fill a void. They are whole and complete as individuals, and they bring that fullness to any relationship they enter. Chasing can sometimes be rooted in the fear of rejection or the fear of being alone. However, the truth is, rejection is a part of life. Not everyone will be a perfect match, and that's okay. It's far better to face rejection gracefully and move forward than to waste time pursuing someone who isn't interested. In the end, the most meaningful relationships are the ones where both people feel valued, appreciated, and free. Chasing someone can turn that freedom into a burden, and love should never feel like a burden. Let things develop naturally with mutual effort and interest, and you'll find that the right person will come into your life at the right time. One of the most important lessons life teaches us is the value of time. Time is something we can never get back. Every second that passes is a moment that has slipped away, never to be returned. This reality makes it all the more important to live intentionally, to cherish the present, and to make the most of the time we have. We should also never underestimate the power of love. Love is the force that connects us all. It is in the love we give and receive that we find true fulfillment. Love is not limited to romantic relationships. It is the love between friends, the love between family, and the love we extend to others, simply because we care. Sometimes life may make us question our purpose. We may wonder what we're meant to do, or if our efforts even matter. In those moments of uncertainty, it's important to remember that even the smallest acts of kindness and the quietest moments of reflection have meaning. Each step we take leaves an imprint on the world, and each day we spend striving to be better makes a difference. As we grow older, we may begin to reflect more deeply on the choices we've made, the paths we've taken, and the lessons we've learned. It's easy to look back with regret, wishing we had done things differently. But life is not about perfection. It's about progress. Every experience, good or bad, has taught us something valuable that helps us become who we are. Through all of life's twists and turns, one thing remains constant. We are never truly alone. We share this experience with countless others, our families, friends, colleagues, and even strangers. Life is a collective journey, and it is the relationships we build along the way that make it meaningful. At the same time, we must also learn to be comfortable with ourselves. While we are deeply connected to others, we must also nurture our relationship with ourselves. Life is not about seeking approval from others, but about being authentic and true to who we are. When we learn to love and accept ourselves, we are better able to share love and acceptance with those around us. As we look to the future, we may wonder what lies ahead. But the beauty of life is that the future is not set in stone. It is something we have the power to shape. The choices we make today create the life we will lead tomorrow. We have the ability to change, to grow, and to become the best version of ourselves, no matter where we start. In conclusion, life is a precious gift. It is a journey that unfolds in unexpected ways, filled with both joy and sorrow. It is in embracing the fullness of life, the ups and downs, that we truly begin to understand what it means to live. So, let us live with intention. Let us love with open hearts. And let us appreciate every moment we have, knowing that life is fleeting, but it is also beautiful. Life is filled with choices, some simple and others more complex. The simplest choices, like deciding what to eat for breakfast, seem trivial, but they set the tone for our day. However, there are those moments in life when we face decisions that carry weight. Moments when we stand at a crossroads, unsure whether to take a step into the unknown or remain where we are comfortable. Taking a risk is about stepping outside of the familiar, moving away from the safety of routine, and embracing uncertainty. It's about daring to fail in pursuit of a goal. And yes, failure is part of the process. Without risk, there is no growth. Without failure, there are no lessons to learn. Now, the idea of taking risks can often seem daunting. We fear the unknown because we can't predict the outcome. We hesitate because we worry about the consequences. But let's ask ourselves, if we never take a risk, how can we ever hope to achieve anything extraordinary? If we look at history, we see countless examples of people who took risks that changed the world. Think about Thomas Edison and the countless experiments he conducted before successfully inventing the light bulb. He didn't get it right the first time, or the second, or the 100th, but he kept going. Why? Because he knew that with every failure, he was one step closer to success. The same is true for many pioneers, whether in science, business, or art. Steve Jobs took risks with Apple when it was on the brink of collapse. Oprah Winfrey took risks when she left a stable career in television news to build an empire that would change the way people thought about media. J.K. Rowling risked rejection after rejection before the world finally discovered the magic of Harry Potter. These individuals understood something that many of us still don't. Risk is the catalyst for growth. It's the fuel that propels us towards something greater than we can imagine. Without risk, there is no opportunity for advancement. Without risk, we remain stagnant, locked in the prison of mediocrity. But let's be clear, taking risks doesn't mean acting recklessly. It's not about jumping into a situation without considering the potential consequences. It's about calculated risk-taking, making informed decisions, and having the courage to face whatever comes your way. You might ask, what if I fail? And I would respond, what if you succeed? The truth is, we often dwell too much on the possibility of failure. We get caught in a cycle of worry and self-doubt. We focus on what could go wrong instead of what could go right. And in doing so, we miss out on opportunities for growth, innovation, and success. The fear of failure is real. It's something that holds many of us back. But the greatest failures often lead to the most profound successes. Imagine the countless failures of people like Walt Disney, who was told he lacked imagination, or Michael Jordan, who was cut from his high school basketball team. They took risks, faced rejection, and persevered. And in the end, they became legends in their respective fields. Risk-taking is not just for entrepreneurs and inventors. It's a vital part of personal growth, too. Every time you step out of your comfort zone, you take a risk. Whether it's speaking in front of a crowd, pursuing a new career, or even having a difficult conversation with someone you care about, each decision is a risk in itself. And the more you take, the more you grow. One of the most important lessons I've learned in life is that risk is necessary for self-discovery. We can't know what we are truly capable of if we don't test ourselves. We can't understand our limits if we don't push past them. The greatest victories are often born from the courage to take that first step into the unknown. Now, I understand that the idea of taking a risk might feel overwhelming. You might be worried about what others will think or how you'll handle the inevitable setbacks. But I want to encourage you to focus on what's within your control. Focus on your passion, your determination, and your ability to adapt. Because when you focus on the process, not the outcome, you'll find that you're able to handle any risk that comes your way. Taking risks also teaches us one of the most important lessons in life: the value of resilience. Every time we encounter a setback, we learn how to bounce back. It's not the failure that defines us, but how we respond to it. Taking risks helps to build our mental and emotional strength. When you face a challenge, you discover new depths of determination and resourcefulness within yourself. These moments shape our character and equip us to handle future obstacles with greater confidence. Additionally, risk-taking fosters creativity and innovation. When we're too comfortable, our minds tend to stay in familiar patterns, and we stop thinking outside the box. But when we take a risk, we open ourselves up to new ideas, new solutions, and new possibilities. The willingness to take a chance often leads to breakthroughs, whether it's an innovation in technology, a new approach to a problem, or a unique artistic expression. Risk encourages us to imagine beyond the conventional, leading to the birth of things that can change the world. Let's also not forget that taking risks often leads to the discovery of our true passions. Many people spend years stuck in careers or lives that don't fulfill them because they're afraid to take the leap into something new. It's only when we dare to step away from the safe path that we uncover what truly excites us. Taking a risk means giving ourselves the opportunity to pursue what we love, to experiment, to fail, and then to succeed in ways that are authentic and meaningful to us. In closing, the message is clear. Taking risks is not a one-time decision. It's a mindset. It's about embracing uncertainty, stepping out of your comfort zone, and trusting in your ability to handle whatever comes your way. Remember, the greatest rewards often come from the greatest risks. So, take that leap, follow your passion, and trust that, in the end, it will all be worth it. Thank you for your time. You see, risk is not a destination. It's a journey. It's the path that leads to growth, transformation, and progress. It's the willingness to make mistakes, learn from them, and keep going. It's about having the resilience to face adversity and still move forward. What if I told you that the best way to guarantee success is by taking risks? That's right. By embracing uncertainty and moving beyond your comfort zone, you increase your chances of achieving something extraordinary. The more risks you take, the more you build your resilience and your ability to handle challenges. And with every risk, you become stronger, wiser, and more confident. Taking risks also opens the door to new possibilities. It allows you to explore opportunities that you may have never considered before. Whether it's traveling to a new place, learning a new skill, or starting a new project, risk invites you to experience life in ways you never thought possible. But perhaps the most compelling reason to take risks is that they can lead to the realization of your dreams. Dreams that might have seemed out of reach or impossible can become a reality when you take the leap and risk everything. It's easy to dream big when we feel safe, but the magic happens when we push ourselves beyond our limits. In the end, taking risks is not just about achieving something external. It's about becoming someone who is willing to face challenges, learn, grow, and overcome obstacles. It's about developing the mindset of a winner, someone who sees opportunities where others see danger. So, as we reflect on the role of risk in our lives, I urge you to ask yourself, what would you do if you weren't afraid? What could you accomplish if you dared to step outside your comfort zone? The answer is simple. You could achieve anything. The next time an opportunity presents itself, whether in your personal life or professional career, remember that risk is a natural part of growth. Don't shy away from it. Embrace it. For it is in taking risks that we find our true potential, and it is in daring to fail that we ultimately learn how to succeed. Thank you.
Thank you for watching our videos. Please like and subscribe to our channel so you won't miss another video.